Wait, we are live. Oh my. Oh my. Normally I do like a big old screen at the beginning. I kind of forgot to do that. I forgot to put it on the waiting screen. But we're on time for once. I'll take that. I will take that. Right, what is it? Starting spiel. Hello everyone, I am your... Wait, no. What's my intro? Oh my. Welcome back, my darling Diamonds in the Rough. I am your favorite talking stone, and today we are back with a lovely katakana hiragana practice with a bit of an impromptu what's it called? Therapy session. Yes, that's the title. That's the title of the video. That's the title of the stream. Oh my. I should have prepared more. I prepared a little bit. A very, very, very little bit. Infinitesimally small little bit, but, you know, still a little bit. Now, I did not prepare it on stream, though. Not stream, on, how you say, on Twitch. I should not prepare it on Twitch. So, I'm going to quickly, spell practice, hopefully correctly. I'm not even going to check. Nope, can't check Twitch like that. Oh my goodness gracious, things are not... Oh, it's a little bit of scuff. Only a little bit of scuff, though. Only a little bit of scuff. Oh boy. Oh my. I think the thumbnail is pretty cute and fun too. Thankfully, there are these cool little free stock images, whatever they're called, and this is one of them. I feel empowered by this, just a little bit, But wow, we are trying very hard to oh, category. Did I not do a category? Oh, that's weird. Anyways, category would be just chatting. All right, we can fix Twitch. It just takes a while. I thought things were broken. It's not broken. It's special little thing. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bum. Twitch should be good. YouTube should be good. And I should be amazing. I'm wonderful. I am wonderful. I'm live. We are live. We are here. We are Stone Talk. Right. Should we just jump into it? Jump into a little practice while psychoanalyzing myself? Yes. That would be an idea. Wow, I'm kind of... Is itchy the right word? I don't know. I've been lacking on my skincare routine. Normally, I always moisturize after showering, but for some reason... No, I did it today, but I haven't been doing it super consistently. Oh my. Maybe I just hate feeling silky smooth skin. Maybe I'm just absolutely, a hater of that. I don't know. What should I psychoanalyze myself on? I made up some points. Just some points. But, let's see, what's one of them? La 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 la, nope, nobody, nope. Oh my, here's one. So, apparently, I can't parallel park. And what that says about my fear of commitment, why did I write that? I don't know. But I am someone who absolutely despises parallel parking. I actively never try to do it, ever. Because I'm really bad at it. I'm like Candace from Phineas and Ferb. That was a big part of her driving test, right? Where she never learned how to parallel park, but because of Phineas and Ferb's inventions going haywire, going all amok, she was able to pass her driver's test. But yeah, parallel parking is the devil. Why can't you just make parking spots? I don't know. I don't know why you can't make parking spots normally. Like normal, like angled parking spots. I don't know. It's so much more convenient for pulling out, for pulling in. I don't know, but it scares me when I have to parallel park. I will go elsewhere to parallel park. And I guess that just means I am not flexible with changing myself. I am not flexible with changing myself. And it's hard for me to commit to something when I'm not flexible enough to understand that things change with time. I want to stay the same, but no, things change all the time. And that's why I'm not ready to marry in Stardew Valley. Oh, speaking of marriage in Stardew Valley, the Flower Festival, that's soon, isn't it? That's going to be next week's stream. And, you know, clap, clap, I will actually be able to romance someone. Not everyone. I don't have hearts with everyone, but I have hearts with some people. Enough hearts. I believe, what is it, 4 hearts? Which is a lot of hearts. I do have to say, that is a lot of hearts. But I think I'm able to. I really think I am able to romance. And that's awesome. That is awesome. And I wonder I wonder what that will say about me, my romance options. Should I make a tier list? I don't have enough of the cutscenes to make a tier list of who is the better romanceable option. I don't. I really don't. But, oh my, I'm going to have to find out. I have, 5 days in real life for 1 day in Stardew Valley. 1 day in Stardew Valley to romance whoever and whatever. But let's see. Should I go through the options? I don't even know. Let's see. What does every romanceable option say? Wait. Hold up. We might make this a little funny. We might do a little funny. Let me see if I can pull up something. What does every romanceable option in Stardew say about you? Someone had to have made this tier list. Not a tier list, but someone had to have made this. Oh, no, we don't want AI. We want, what does your Stardew Valley spouse say about you? There's Reddit, there's Facebook, there's AI, there's debate.mag. Oh my, I'm curious. We'll go on Reddit. Because why not? Hopefully it's good. If it's not good, that's bad. But oh my, I'm invested. Wait, do we click on this? What do we do? Oh! Interesting. Can I full screen this? Oh, we can. Oh, we are. Wait, first of all, who is this so I can credit? Thank you to, deleted user. I'm sorry, deleted user. I want to credit you, but you're not here. But what does your Stardew Valley spouse say about you? Oh, let's find out. Hopefully nothing's inappropriate on here. I didn't check it. Abigail, you are adventurous and want to explore the woods and experience new things with your partner. You've probably been longing for the goth alt partner of your dreams. I'm going to be honest, my first impression of Abigail was a bit more goth, a bit more alt. Especially with the dyed hair. But then, you play video games with her. I did that cutscene, right? Yeah. Yeah, I did. I believe I did. Anyway, besides the point. But wow, that is interesting. That is very interesting. Let's see, Alex. You don't judge a person by their first impression. I mean, my first impression of Alex isn't bad. Well, I don't have any impression of Alex, actually. Oh, hello. Hello. Ahawan. Hi. Ja. I am there. Yes, hello. How are you? I hope you are well. I am well. Ahoan. Is that how you pronounce it? Ahoan. Hi. Yes, but we are getting very distracted, but it's worth it. It's worth it. I'm very invested in Stardew Valley. Right, Alex, you don't judge a person by their first impression. Aryan? Oh, nice. Nice to meet you. Ooh. You don't judge a person by... My first impression of Alex is nice. I don't have any hard events with him, though, so I don't know what he's about. I don't know what he's about. Interesting, though. Oh, I have to hit this. Elliot, you probably wrote fanfiction in middle school, and you're a hopeless romantic. That's interesting. Where are you from? I'm from the northeastern area of America. That's where I'm from. Let's see. Probably wrote fanfiction in middle school, and you're a hopeless. Oh my. Fun little lore drop about me. In my 3rd grade math class, did not pay attention, and instead I made a math-themed comic I instead of, paying attention in class, writing down notes, while the teacher was yapping, I just made a math-themed comic about math-themed superheroes. And then someone told the teacher, and I thought I was going to get in trouble. I was like, oh no, oh no. But I thought I was going to get in trouble, but the teacher was fine. The teacher was fine with it. But that is my fan fiction. Do you practice Japanese current level? I practice very lightly. I've mainly been practicing Hiragana Katakana, which I'm pretty decent at, I'll say. I think I'm decent. As for level, I'm not at a level yet. Current level is not at a level. I'm just doing basic characters and some basic vocab, basic sentence structure. I need to take the next few steps, but this is my level that I'm at right now. And I'm getting very distracted, but I just want to do this. Emily, you are a very optimistic and positive person. You've probably taken a spiritual path of life. Interesting. Emily did have that scene where she's in that dream space. Very spiritual. Haley, you believe that everyone deserves a few second chances. That's ominous. That's quite ominous. I have not, how do I say this? I do not have anything with Haley. I do not know anything about Haley. That is ominous. I mean, everyone does deserve second chances, but that's ominous. Harvey, you want to be protected and live a safe and happy life. There might be some daddy issues going on in the background. That was so normal until the end. Why is there that in quotes? What is something up with Harvey? Oh no, I'm curious and interested, but mainly curious. Leia, you just want to live the cottagecore dream. Okay, I see that. I understand that. Maru, you are probably innocently in love and want the best for your partner. You've always wanted to make a robot. I mean, I've always wanted to make a robot. I've made robots before, but I want to make like one of my own, a fun little project, but I don't know what I would use it for. That's interesting. Penny, you have an unexplainable attraction towards shy people and you value kindness in people. Wow, that is... I feel attacked. I do feel attacked with that. Oh my. Sam, you want to fulfill your teenage dream of dating someone in a cool band? Is that all that Sam's character is? I've seen the band cutscene, but is that all he is? Oh my. Sebastian, you want to be alone together with someone. Also, you like frogs. What? Just frogs? That... I've not gotten to that part yet. I like frogs. I like frogs. I think frogs are neat. Huh. Shane, you give people your best support in the hopes of changing someone to be better. No, that is wrong. That is wrong. That is wrong. I think that's wrong. I disagree with that. I think Shane isn't the I can fix him type. Shane is the he is trying to fix himself. And I like that type. He is trying to fix himself. I disagree with that. Oh my. I understand that I can fix him is a very big, very popular trope, but Shane's literally fixing himself. That's his whole spiel. That's his whole shtick. That's his whole thing. You're not doing anything except supporting him, which is great. But he is fixing himself. Oh my. You give people the best support in hopes someone will change themselves to be better. And that's what he's doing. That irks me a little bit. I disagree mildly. Krobus. Maybe you're in need of a good friend or a cute companion. Or maybe you don't want to ruin friendships with your complicated feelings. Aw, Krobus. I have not met you yet in game, but I'm very excited to. Stardew Valley is very fun. What does that say about me? That I like good games? No. It's something deep. That I hate capitalism or something and want to go to a farm to live my days and support a local economy by myself. I don't know. That's the lore. Not the lore. Well, it's a bit of the lore of Stardew Valley, where you, the farmer, are very tired by your Joja Mart 9 to 5, and you decide, hey, let's go take over Grandpa's old farm where you subsequently basically run the town by yourself. Obviously, the mayor does his mayor stuff, and everyone has their jobs, but everything kind of runs through you. You are essentially the king of Stardew. You make so much money. You make so much money. Is this through? This is Ray, right? It's Ru? Oh my. I need to do better. I can be better. I can stay focused. I can stay relaxed. I'm leaning too far forward in my chair. I need to relax. Take a chill pill and just say cha. Right. I think I got this. The BGM is nice. I love this royalty-free BGM of generic title that first came up on YouTube and has not given me any problems whatsoever. I used to use the when I made my daily doles, I used to use the Pokemon soundtrack, which slippery slope. It is a slippery slope because Nintendo really likes owning their IPs. But I know specifically the Diamond and Pearl version, Nintendo had previously given right to use in videos, but I don't know if they're taking that away or I don't know. But I've seen it on their site. But I do remember another little lore drop. I actually got copyrighted. A copyright, not strike, but whatever one of those things are, on one of my Daily Dolts videos. For specifically the OST of not Undella Town. What is it? Driftvale City? Yeah, Driftvale City. Specifically for Driftvale City. But not by Nintendo. Not by Nintendo. By some weird, strange user that posted just the audio of Driftvale City, changed the name of it on YouTube and say, oh, that's what I'm striking. But yeah, I try to appeal for that, saying they literally do not own it, and that didn't work. But I don't think it's like a strike or anything. I don't know what it is. I probably should be more concerned. I'm not concerned, though. I'm not really that concerned. But yeah, that really did irk me. Because if it was Nintendo striking me, I'd be fine with it. In truth, I would be fine. But for some schmo just doing that, I'm not even popular enough. There's nothing to gain. There is literally nothing to gain from copyright striking it. I know it's just probably some sort of like auto thing, but you don't even own the IP. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm perplexed. I am perplexed. Speaking of perplexed, I do have a propensity for puzzles. I wonder why I love puzzles so much. I've been really into... I mentioned this before, like Sudokus, like Sudoku variants, we'll call them that. Where they'll have like the normal Sudoku rules, 1 through 9 in every row, column, and 3x3 box, but then they'll spice it up a little bit. Like maybe, oh, it's actually 0 through 8. Oh, they'll use German whisper lines where neighbors on line differ by at least 5. Or maybe they'll use like a killer cage where digits in the cage are all different and sum up to the number on the top left. And it'll do something like that. I love the little spices. And I love the Sudoku lore. Not the Sudoku lore, but the Sudoku extras. Like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna show you Bismufel's... It's not just Bismufel's ring, but geometry in general of Sudoku is very interesting to me. I don't know. Sudoku board blank. It's very interesting to me, the geometry of Sudoku. I do have to say, it really does interest me. Can I... Alright, I can't do it like that, so let me try, artisanal Sudoku. We'll pull up a random Sudoku that I know is decent, and, we'll go from there. Sorry, I know we're getting distracted a lot, but I really want to gush over Sudoku geometry. I really do love Sudoku geometry. It's very fun for me. Maybe I should, dare I say, do these... I don't know. Whatever. But the point is, Sudoku pad. There we go, Sudoku pad. That's the... website I use normally. Or, yes. Alright, so we have something special here pulled up. I'm not actually going to do this puzzle. I don't know if I have the legal right to, but I'm going to show it off. I am going to show it off. That's, okay, that's better. Not that much better, though. Oh, yeah, I use this for the Owls of the Gahul. Well, watch-along thing. Not watch-along, but you get the point. Anyways, Fistmoffel's ring is a special little rule of geometry in Sudoku. So, as we know, we have the digits 1 through 9 in every column, in every row, and in every 3x3 box. So, it'd be worth saying that this box has the digits 1 through 9. This row also has the digits 1 through 9. These three are the same digits. So, what that means is that these 6 digits are the same 6 digits as these 6 digits. Because they share these 3, and that would complete 1 through 9. Using that form of geometry, you can make some pretty interesting discoveries. For instance, Fistmoffel's ring will take 2 different sets of 4. So first of all, we'll color this green. This row, this box, and this box. Now this is 4 sets of the digits 1 through 9, right? And we'll color them green. This is 4 sets of the digits 1 through 9. Now let's take another 4 sets of the digits 1 through 9. This column, wow, I missed the column. This column, and this column. These are 4 sets of the digits 1 through 9 also. Now let's remove the shared digits, which would be these 10 and these 10. And this is Fistmoffel's ring. And what Fistmoffel's ring is these 16 green digits in this ring. These 16 green digits are the same digits as these 16 pink digits. And I think that's really bizarre. I'm actually gobsmacked by this. I think it's a really beautiful geometry. And you can do geometry like this in a variety of different ways, but this is one of the most common ones. Fistmoffel's ring, discovered by the Sudoku player, I think it was Fistmoffel? I think that's what their tag was. Anyways, besides the point, well, it's not besides the point. It's actually very in tune with the point. Sudoku geometry is great. And, of course, you can do other little tidbits and whatnot like this. For instance, what's one? I'm not going to show you the geometry of this, but these 16 digits, and I don't know, 16 is pretty common, right? These 16 digits are the same as these 16 digits. Isn't that bizarre? It's just how sometimes the geometry works. These 16 digits, these 16 blue digits, or blue boxes, whatever's in there, are the same as whatever in these 16 green ones. And I just think that's really neat. Also, shout out to Artisanal Sudoku. I really love playing them on my own every so often. Different difficulties, very fun. I'm almost done with 196. I'm almost done with the last puzzle of 196, and then I'll move on to this. And I love the difficulty estimate. Like a 2 out of 10, I think, is a good intro. A 5 out of 10 is pretty challenging. And this one is super difficult, 8 out of 10. 6 out of 10 is also pretty difficult, but 8 out of 10, there's usually a trick. A trick at the beginning that will stump you. And I like the different difficulty estimates for whether if there's extra clues or not. I think it's very neat. But yeah, highly recommend Artisanal Sudoku if you're in love with Sudoku like I am. It's free, it's online, it's lovely. Right, back to practice, if I can find it. There we go, and this is so. Right, but what is my love Sudoku? I get really passionate about Sudoku, I don't know why. I'm just really, really in love with the geometry of it, the art of it, and solving it. I'm a very competitive person at heart. Maybe it's for whatever reason, but I am quite competitive. I always want to win. I always want to do my best. Well, yeah, actually, I just want to do my best more than one. I want to be better than myself yesterday or something like that. Whatever the quote is. I don't remember the quote. I really don't remember the quote. And it's not like better morally. It's better as in like, I will destroy you. I was playing basketball the other day, and I joined this group, 3-on-3. Except it kind of wasn't really a 3-on-3 because I was playing with literal children. And don't get me wrong, sometimes literal children are good. And by literal children, I mean like 10 years old. Some of them were 10 years old. Like a couple of kids were probably like 10 years old. And don't get me wrong, some of those kids are really good. I remember a while back, I ran a 2v2. My teammate was this like 10-year-old kid. And we cooked. We were amazing. I have yet to seen someone who passes the ball to me as well and as frequently as him. I've yet to see someone. I played with grown men, and no one has passed me the ball as well as that 10-year-old. I do have to say. Granted, he didn't even throw it super well. He threw a lot of difficult passes, but it's always in a way that I could reach them, and they're always in a way that they couldn't be stolen. That kid was amazing at passing me the ball. But sometimes 10-year-olds play like 10-year-olds. Well, no, they don't. I played with a lot of people younger than me before, and a lot of them like to shoot the ball. This kid did not like to shoot the ball. He really didn't like to shoot the ball. I like to encourage people, like, yeah, you got it, unless they shoot too much and they're annoying. But that's besides the point. Point is, I was playing with literal children, and you can't go all out against literal children. Because it does not behoove you. I mean, you can bust out something cool every now and again, but you always have to make sure that you build up the confidence of the kids, whether they're on your team, whether they're against you. You gotta build up their confidence. Because, again, basketball, along with a lot of things, at the end of the day, is a game for children. I will say this about pretty much everything. Like, even chess. Chess, at the end of the day, game for children. I only say chess because I see it in my hotbar. I love the puzzles. I love playing it. It is a game for children that people make a career out of. Same thing with basketball. Game for children. Game intended for children. Whatever you want to say. Point is, you want to build up the confidence. You want to have fun. You want to chillax with them. So I tone down the competitiveness. I'm not going to take the ball and drive it into a 10-year-old's chest every possession. Because that's mean. Could I do it? Probably. But no. No. And even then, you get to work on some stuff too. If you're not trying all out to murder a child, you can work on some stuff too. So I got some good practice in. Unfortunately, I toned down my competitiveness a little bit too much, and we lost 2 games, which was not fun. Even someone as competitive as me losing, it's not fun. No, it was fun though. It was fun. Because at the end of the day, it was just a lot of laughs, a lot of giggles, a lot of fun. I think everyone who played had fun. No fights were... Oh, that's something that's bizarre to me too. I play with a lot of age groups sometimes because different people love ball. People love playing basketball. I played with 70-year-olds. I played with apparently 10-year-olds. And the 10-year-olds are pretty civil. I mean, maybe occasionally you get someone with like a bad attitude, like a little whiny, and at the end of the day, they're just competitive and they don't realize that at the end it's just a game. But man, old people, and by old people I mean people my age and older, they will scrap, they will fight, they will chirp. They get heated. I don't know why. It's a game. Don't get me wrong. I get passionate. I can talk my talk, and I can take the talk. If someone says that, if that makes sense. If I'm doing well, I will, say some things, mainly positive about me. I will never. Have I ever said you can't guard me? No, I've never said you can't guard me. I clap back when someone said I can't shoot. I would score and I had all my team's points, and I would say that. I've said that before. I don't know what I say. It's generally positive, but definitely trash talk. It's generally positive about me. But wow. Oh yes, I would say good defense after scoring on someone because I felt they could play good defense. But I just was so impressed by my offense. I would just, oh my, that's fun. That's fun. I definitely trash talk, but my trash talk is very positive, which is not what trash talk should be. For instance, I meant this 2 seconds ago, but just complimenting someone after what they did after you destroyed them with it. That's fun because I specifically remember a drive I did where this kid, I say kid, I just say kid because he was smaller than me. He bodied me up on the lane, very strong, not a foul, but I was stronger, and I got my way to muscle up a layup, and I just said good defense right in his face. I hope that wasn't mean. Because I mean it's good defense. It is good defense, but oh my. I like talking. I do like talking sometimes. I think it's very fun to sometimes chirp a little bit. And talking is pretty important in basically any sport that's a team sport, any sport that requires communication. Talking is definitely a necessity. And, you know, yapping like that has helped me grow out of my shell, I suppose. It's very nice. It is very, very nice. But I don't even remember what I was talking about. I was talking about Sudoku. How did I get from Sudoku to basketball? I don't know. Oh yeah, people like to fight, and I don't know why. It's always people my age or a little older or a lot older. But some people get so heated. I don't know. I also remember I helped coach basketball for kids when I was in high school. I helped coach a little team. Mainly it was just like scorekeeping and whatnot. But some of these coaches also get very heated, and they're not even playing. It's children. They're yelling at children. And a lot of times it's just like peaceful yelling. Like, good job, clap, clap, get over there, guard him, hands up. But sometimes it's like yelling at the refs who are not paid enough to be there. Saying, ref, you missed this, blah, 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 blah. And it's a game literally being played by children for their sake. And some people get thrown out of them. Some people get thrown out of those games. I remember a story from the Mind the Game. Was it the Mind the Game podcast? The podcast between LeBron James and JJ Redick. Now, what is it? LeBron James and Steve Nash? Where JJ Redick was talking about how he got thrown out of his son's game. How he got thrown out of his son's game. And I forget if it was the coach or if it was just a parent, but he was talking to the ref after. The ref was like, oh, sorry, I didn't realize that you were JJ Redick. And Redick was like, no, I'm here and you threw me out. Stay by that. It doesn't matter who I am. Which I respect that. But how do you get thrown out of a game for children? Unless maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe if it was middle school, I'd understand more. Not much more, but more. But how can you get so heated about children playing a game of basketball? I don't get it. I don't get it. But people will try fighting. Not JJ Redick. JJ Redick, I've not seen fight someone. Oh, speaking of fighting basketball coaches, Joe Mazzulla. I'm a Celtics fan. Joe Mazzulla is this head coach for the Celtics. They recently played a game against the coaches had a game against the media team. They won 57. Was it 57-4? It was something ridiculous like that. And everyone had a good time. But wow, and I forget that a lot of the coaching staff were at worst D1 players in their prime. And they're significantly better than basically everyone in the world, aside from NBA players who are at a different level. I forget how good some people are at basketball. And that's just bizarre. But Joe Mazzulla, he is quite the character. He is quite the character. I love what he says. He's got this what is it, Psycho Joe mentality, where he loves The Town, which is a television show that I've not watched, and he'll say some crazy out-of-pocket stuff, like players should be allowed to fight each other, and stuff in that regards. There's so many different stories about him. I love him. He's fun. But that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to talk about grown men fighting each other over a game. Because basketball is a contact sport, and with contact sport comes physicality. And with physicality comes grown men getting in their feelings. Well, I'm being a little too pessimistic. 95% of people are chill. And the 4% of the remaining 5% will not fight. But that 1%, when mixed with the other 1%, will just cause chaos. I've seen people get very physical, and not in a good way. Luckily, I haven't seen punches thrown or anything. I've just heard the, what's the stereotypical, why don't we take this outside? Like something like that. Why don't we take this outside? I've heard that multiple times. Why don't we take this out? Why don't we take this there? Blah, blah, blah. I've heard that multiple times. And I'm just sitting there like, I just want to play a game for children. Not directed at me. They're talking to someone else on the team, but wow. I just want to play this game that is designed for children. I just want to play some basketball. Is that too much to ask in this economy to play some basketball? I need to get my cardio in. I need to get stronger, blah, blah, blah. I just want to have some fun. I work a 9 to 5. I don't have fun often. I just want a break, and you want to fight this person you probably met 3 minutes ago. Why? Just why? I will never find out. Is this K? Huh. But anyways, Scrabble. Not Scrabble, Sudoku. Scrabble, I'm also pretty competitive in. I say that. Well, how am I? It's not, because the last time I played Scrabble, which was probably a few years ago, I was playing with the family. And, you know, sometimes you get dealt a bad hand, but you want to win. At the end of the day, you want to win. So, in Last Chance, I'm losing pretty badly. But I noticed that I can play something that sounds like a word and put it on a triple space. Just 3 tiles. And it'll come together. So I bring out the Scrabble dictionary of allowed words. It's like, wait, this is a word, right? Because my brain's kind of off right now. My brain is kind of off when I'm doing this Scrabble game with family. So go through the Scrabble dictionary. I'm probably the only person to touch that Scrabble dictionary probably since we got the game. And we got the game probably before I was born. If I'm going to be completely honest, we've had that Scrabble game before I can remember. We just never play it. So I'm probably the only person to actually use that dictionary in all those many years. And I was like, aha, I find the word. Those 3 letters are indeed a word. So I put it down on the triple space in front of all my family. T-I-T. A bird. A bird. That is the only thought going through my mind. Well, I had 2 thoughts. A, this is a legal word and it is a bird. It is a type of bird and that is why it is legal. B, I'm going to win. I'm going to destroy you. I'm going to win. And, you know, the Stone family gives me a look. Because I have not processed that T-I-T, it referring to a bird, is not the first conception people get when you say tit. It is not the first... it is not the idea that comes to mind when you spell out tit. It is not the first thing that comes to mind. That is probably the 5th thing that comes to mind. But Yes, there is another definition, and it took me a minute to realize why I was getting some strange looks from my family. Took me a minute to realize that. I was embarrassed, but I was a winner. And I think that second part matters. I'm not sure about that first part. The second part definitely matters. Oh my. But yes, that is my little debauchery in Scrabble. I don't have much Scrabble lore outside of that because I played it 3 years ago, and probably that's the only time I played it in the past decade. Scrabble is it's definitely one of the games of all time. It's just not my favorite. I prefer puzzle games and such games where they're, well, do I prefer games without competition? Where you're competing against yourself? Oh my, that's a good question. That is a good question. I really do like single player puzzles. I remember for the longest time I had a chess.com account, but for maybe like a year or two of having it, I never played a single game online. Because I was scared, like, oh no, what if I'm mean to them? What if they're mean to me? What if I do something that's not chess etiquette? What if blah 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 blah? And then I started playing online. It's like, oh, literally no one cares. Literally no one cares. It's just a game of chess. I mean, okay, maybe some people care. Like, I've been tilted before. People have been tilted before. It happens. But at the end of the day, literally no one cares if you just play someone online and you don't type anything in chat. Literally no one cares. Oh my. But I am quite competitive. I'll say I'm competitive. For better and for worse. I do push myself a little too hard sometimes. I can't think of a good no, I can. When I did a 5K a while ago. I talked about it a while ago. I did a 5K. I really enjoyed it, but I also felt like I was going to die. Pushed myself really hard, and I'm not built for stamina. I'm not built for anything longer than, I won't even say 400 meters maybe, not even a mile. I have very low stamina. But I pushed myself, and I did a 5K in, what is it, 35 minutes, 36 minutes, which is like 5 minutes a kilometer, which is not that good. It's decent. I like it. I was actually impressed because I did not think it would take that long. I thought it would take much longer. So I was pretty impressed, but I kind of want to get that down. And if I have the chance to run a 5K, I want to take it again. It was fun, but I did exert myself. And when I saw the finish line, I just started sprinting. Before the finish line, I couldn't jog, so I was alternating between like running and then walking and then running again and walking again. I was alternating that, but then when I saw the finish line, and this is probably against joggers etiquette, I just made a dash for it. I just went zoom. I just sprinted. And then I crossed the finish line. I can't say words. And I feel like my heart's exploding. So I go to sit down. I put my hands up above my head to improve airflow. And I'm barely breathing. Which is probably bad. Which is probably very bad. But I'm just there doing my best not to die. I pushed myself really hard there. But I do like the outcome. I am a fan of the outcome. And I want to improve. And I'm trying to improve my stamina in general. And my general running ability. But trying is not the same as doing. I need to work harder at that. I do. But it's definitely interesting. Oh my, I'm dehydrated too. My hydration is also something that comes and goes. I think I might be addicted to water. I really like drinking water. It calms me down. Whenever I'm at work, how much water do I drink in a day when I'm at work? Work is a bit more stressful than just relaxing at home. So I drink more water to focus. Is that the right way to phrase it? I don't know. But yeah, I drink a lot. I drink a lot. Oh my. Probably drink definitely more than 8 cups a day. Probably closer to 16 rather than 8. I wouldn't say, let's just say 14 cups of water. Just from 9 to 5. Which is a lot of water, isn't it? Oh, this is Ze? Oh my. And this, if you remember, is Re? No, Ru. It's Ku. Okay. I'm stressed a little bit. I don't know why. Well, I have so much I want to do, and so much I've been looking into. I looked into, well, actually, it was more miraculous, but, about getting perms for songs and performing songs. I popped into my feed, and I looked at it, and it's like, oh, okay, that's a lot more simpler than I thought. And I'm very grateful that it popped up here, because I'd probably spend 20 minutes hyping myself up to research this before researching this 7 months down the line. But yeah, because I do want to do covers of songs, specifically English covers. I think that's would be really cool to do. But I'm not sure. What am I not sure about? I don't even know what I'm not sure about, but I'm not sure. I am not sure. Well, I need to stretch. I do need to stretch. Oh my tongue is twisting. You know, we'll get to 100. We'll take a little chest break. We'll come back to this. Get to 200. Do something else. And end stream there. That seems like a plan. I need to practice better. I want to practice more. I've just been using I've been making decent progress on Duolingo, but at the end of the day, it's a game rather than language learning professional, in my opinion at least. I mentioned before, I'm pretty low on the bird. I'm just not a fan of them really leaning into AI and cutting out humans in their flow of everything. I'm not a fan of it. Because I think it makes a worse product, a cheaper product, and a product that's just worse for consumers. I don't think AI is ready for this yet. I'm just not a big fan of the forcing of AI, really at all, because I feel that it's definitely overblown to the point where it actually annoys me. It really annoys me because I have family members who are really trying to understand AI, not even get into it, but like understand it more. It's like, oh, I used AI for this, blah, blah, blah. And they will tell me every single little thing about it, and I don't have the heart to tell them that I really couldn't care less about that small thing that they use AI for. I don't have the heart to minorly correct them about what they're saying. Like, I don't have the heart. And I like that fact that they're happy about, like, using AI as, like, an assistant or whatever, which I think is a fair use of AI. But I just don't have the heart to say anything negative about it to their face. And I feel bad that I feel that way. That there's something I should say, but I don't know. I'm just not the biggest AI guy. Obviously, there's some things that I think are cool with AI. Like, I'm pretty big on machine learning in general. I think that's nice. I think that's neat. And I consider that AI-ish at the very least. AI adjacent. Yeah, I would consider that at the very least AI adjacent. It's really AI to me, but I think machine learning is cool. I think like a chatbot like ChatGPT, where it responds to you in chat, is pretty cool. I don't think it's dogma. I should say that very clearly, but it's definitely a second perspective that can help you with insights. It's a good assistant. I just don't believe it in much more than that at the moment. Well, coding. I've not looked into AI for coding. I have no idea if it's good, if it's bad, if it's whatever it is. I have no perspective on that whatsoever. That's probably bad. I don't know. Because that's probably its most promising thing. Coding, I'd say. But everything else, I don't understand why. I don't need... Well, I'm a very simple person. maybe it's, again, going back to the fact that I don't like change, but I don't want excess technology in my appliances. My refrigerator does not need Wi-Fi. My car does not need sensors that, I don't know. I don't like the quote unquote improvements of technology that's really just a detriment. I don't need Wi-Fi on my refrigerator. For me, just an ice dispenser is super fancy. Anything above that is unnecessary. It just gives me ice. It keeps things cool. I don't need more than that. I really don't. I don't really understand the smart screens. Why? Why? I don't get it. I really don't get it. Why do you need a touchscreen on your refrigerator? Why do you need Wi-Fi on your oven? I don't understand it. I don't like that. I think that's just bad. I think that's just bad. I don't know. I don't understand. Maybe someone with more perspective can reel me in on it, or at least help me understand. But I'm just not a fan. I mean, I do like the idea of playing Subway Surfer on your refrigerator. I think that's cool. I would not buy a refrigerator to play Subway Surfer, though. There are very few things that I think need Wi-Fi. Or Wi-Fi benefits. Like, on a thermostat, I think Wi-Fi benefits that. Because controlling your house's temperature while you're not in your house is cool. Is understandable. Maybe you don't want to go to the thermostat to change it. I get that. The oven you have to go to anyway. Yeah, maybe you save some time preheating it, but you don't really save it much. You don't really save much. And I think it just hogs bandwidth. I'm not too familiar with Wi-Fi, so I don't have much perspective on if this is actually the case, but I think it hinders the flow of your general Wi-Fi. And I love all the gigs I can get. I like connecting to the internet as fast as possible. Any millisecond delay saddens me. What app site is this? This is gohoneko.neocities.org/hiragana. Let me put it in chat. Give me one moment. Oh, I'm still on this page. Forgot to change back. But yes, give me a moment to take it and put it in chat. There we go. It's in chat now. And allow me to pin this. There we go. Yeah, that's the site if you want to use it. gohoneko.neocities.org /learn blah 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 whatever. I recommend Gohoneko. If you just search that up, it should pop up. Very useful, very fun. But yeah, we have like 20 more to do. Then we'll take a little break and then we'll come back to it. Yep, that sounds like a plan, and a plan it shall be. My throat is parched. An aggressive reminder to drink water. I'm going to take another sip. I've been talking a lot. I don't even know what I've been saying, but I've been talking a lot. It's probably a bad thing, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's a good thing. Oh, what is... I want to prep more for streams. Oh, thanks. No problem. I want to prep more for streams. I did a little bit of prep for the stream that I kind of scrapped and got tossed out the window. I did a little bit of prep for this, like ideas that I could talk about and psychoanalyze, but I realized something while streaming. I'm not good at psychoanalyzing. I'm decent at yapping. I'm not good at psychoanalyzing. I'm really not good at psychoanalyzing. At least not myself. If I had time, maybe I could present a case where X character is secretly the world's third greatest chess player. Wait, who is the world's third greatest chess player? I think Magnus Carlsen is still rated first. Is Hikaru second, or did Hikaru fall? I don't know. I would say, who's in the pool? Hikaru, Jan, Nepovici. Gukesh might be on there. I've not been keeping up with chess. Let me see that, actually. Chess leader board. FIDE ranking specifically, not chess.com. Chess.com is Fabiano Caruana. Okay, yeah, he's good at chess. but I want FIDE ranking specifically. Oh, it's Fabiano Caruana. Is it? Oh my. Top players. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Oh, it is Fabiano. Nice. Oh, where's Gukesh? Gukesh is only 11th? He's the world chess champion, though. Huh. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit into chess. I'm a decently sized chess fan. I fell off is not the word I'd use, but I'm less enthralled by it than I used to be. But yeah, let's read the top 10 or 11. Let's do top 15. Magnus Carlsen is number 1 with the rating of 2839. Nice. Hikaru Nakamura is 28. Is second with a rating of 2816. Then Fabiano Caruana is third with a rating of 2789. Then Arjun Erigaisi with a rating of 2773. Then Pragnananda with a rating of 2771. I forget your full first name, Prague, but it is cut off here, so I can't even try to butcher it if I wanted to. Ali Reza Faruja is 6th with a rating of 2762. Anish Giri is 7th with a rating of 2759. Oh, that's only a few points difference. Wesley So is 8th with a rating of 2756. Vincent Keimer is rated 9th with a rating of 2755. Then Wei Yi is rated 10th with a rating of 2754. Then Gukesh Damarju. Gukesh's last name is cut off, but I believe it's Damarju or something similar to that, with a rating of 2752. Oh, a lot of 2750s, including 12th overall Norderbeck. I'm sorry, I'm butchering your name too much. Rating of 2750. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people with a rating of in the 2750s. Then Vishwanathan Anand at 13 with a rating of 2743. And then Shakir Maidarov, I butchered your last name, I'm sorry, with a rating of 2742 is 14th. And Hans Niemann is rated 15th with 2738. Where's what's his name? The world chess champion before Prague. Not Prague. Oh my god, it's Gukesh. Where is he? Zhang Liren is 18th with 2738 rating. Wow, that's interesting. Ting is pretty low. I thought Ting would be higher. I think his peak was pretty much right around the World Chess Championship, the first one that he was a part of. I think that's what it was, in my opinion. Well, actually, my opinion is not that good. It was a pretty good championship. Ting had that miracle run, though, where he basically did not have enough events to qualify or rating qualify. I forget which. But then, because, COVID happened. But then he grinded a bunch of events in China once restrictions were lifted a little bit for him, because China's restrictions are pretty strict from what I recall. And he was able to grind just to barely make the candidates. And then going into the candidates, obviously the winner of the candidates would face Magnus Carlsen for the World Chess Championship, but Magnus dropped out, if I recall. So you have the winner, and then the runner-up would face each other. But Ding was not the runner-up. Ding and Hikaru were tied for runner-up, and Yan was the winner of the candidates. So Ding and Hikaru, if I recall, had to play some matches, and Ding barely won. I think it was really close out of their match that they played. And then he plays Yan, and yeah, and those four, I don't know how many games they played. I know that they play up to 14, then tiebreakers. I forget if they played tiebreakers. Very intense, and Ding won, and it was very impressive. I found it very impressive. It was a Cinderella story. It was a Cinderella story, and oh my, It was iconic. It is iconic. It's definitely super memorable. Yeah, the last 3 chess champions have been pretty memorable. Magnus for his dominance. Ding with that Cinderella story. And then, oh my gosh, why am I saying Prague? Gukesh. Gukesh with, what am I saying? With being the, basically, youngest. He was a huge underdog in the candidates. He made it out. And just narrowly, because, if I recall, something very, interesting about Jan is that Jan has never not been leading the candidates. For, like, basically 4 years going on, he was at least in first or tied for first for basically the entirety of the candidates. Basically since he joined his first candidates and so on. He was either leading in basically every round, everything, blah, 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 or tied for first. But right at the end, I forget who caught up. I forget if it was it just Gukesh that caught up? I believe it was. Or Gukesh that just surpassed? I believe him, Gukesh, and Hikaru were all jumbled up there for the top 3 places. 2 of them were tied for first. Or Gukesh and someone was tied for first. I forget how it worked. And then Gukesh won the tiebreakers, went on to play Ding, and beat Ding. And pretty iconic. Huge dark horse. And he is the youngest chess champion ever. And he probably will be until... Let's know, some of these young people are insane. Like, Faustino Oro. I forget what his rating is, but he became chess grandmaster. The highest title a chess player can have. He's 12. Was he even 12? Let me look this up. Faustino Oro? International... Or is he just an international master? Oh, he is just an international master. Okay. When he was 9, he was the youngest ever player to get a rating of 2300 in classical chess. Oh, but that's broken by Ethan Pang. Yeah, he's dubbed Messi of chess. And he's the youngest player to attain a norm for the IM title. Which has also been broken by Roman Shogjizia. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce that last name, but what? He defeated Magnus Carlsen once. Youngest IM, which he earned at the age of 10 years, 8 months, and 16 days. He was not even 11 years old, and he became an international master. And he has his first Grandmaster norm? And he's the second youngest player to ever get a Grandmaster norm, right behind Gukesh, the world chess champion. And he's the highest ranked 11-year-old in chess history right now at 2500. Wow. That kid will cook me in chess. These kids these days are getting super impressive. It's strange. That, you know, the meme is that if you're playing someone who's like a child in chess, they will either lose to you or they will destroy you. There is no in between. Children are not mediocre at chess. They're either amazing or bad. Well, comparatively bad. Or comparatively amazing. There is no in between, and that's jarring. Makes me afraid. But I never played classical chess. I only play on chess.com. Only play on chess.com. And I have my fun with it. I definitely do have my fun with it. But there's no but. These kids are amazing. They scare me. They absolutely terrify me. Alright, we got a few more, then we're going to pivot over to some puzzles and chess. Then we're going to come back for another 100 maybe. And then we'll pivot on over again. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Because I need a break. I've been yapping a lot. I have been yapping a lot. And I need to change my yap. I need to change my yap. And one more for the road. That's why And lovely. We'll do the daily puzzle on chess.com. We'll do some puzzles on chess.com, which will probably take, let's just say 20 minutes. Yeah, 20 minutes of chess puzzles, then another 40 of Japanese practice, and maybe some more puzzles? I don't know. Sorry, an aggressive reminder to drink water. Water is very good for you, very good for me, very good for all of us. And oh my, this is a puzzle. Black to move. Black to move. Alright, now let's see. Well, actually, I never did a sound check, now did I? Let me make sure the sound is checked. Yes, sound is checked. I'll raise the volume a little bit. There we go. Should be lovely. Now, my first instinct is that, wow, this king is in a box. It has, look at these 3 squares. It can't go here. It just has these 3 squares to work with. So how do we want to do it? I could take, you take, I check, you go there, I win the bishop. That seems like the simplest way. Portal bounce. I wonder what that means. Is there something better than just winning? It'll be 2 bishops and a knight versus knight and bishop. And that is a winning endgame. Granted, we're still, I guess, in the middle game? I'm not even sure. Huh. Another thing I was thinking of was, rook here, basically putting pressure on both these pieces. And my bishop would come up here to put pressure on the knight. But, of course, the bishop can go back here, defend the knight, while being defended by the rook. And even if I do something like, let's say, a check here, wouldn't work. This knight is... It has to be here for a reason. Like, if I had 3 moves, not in that order, of course, that would be checkmate. It would be checkmate. Let's say here to box you in. And then if I had these 2 moves, that would be checkmate. Okay, okay. That's something. But what happens? Well, where can you move this knight? You can move it... Well, let me just highlight this. Here, 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 and here. This is check. Yeah, you know, I'm just doing my thing. Is it that simple? Oh, it was that simple. I thought it was something bigger. Normally these puzzles are a bit harder. Am I disappointed by this? I don't know. I thought it would be harder, though. I did think it would be harder. But yeah, let's do some Puzzle Rush. Okay, I'm mildly disappointed by that. I saw that. I was like, but I thought that was too simple. I thought it would have to be something different. I thought there was a red herring. I thought it was a red herring. I need some more water. Oh my. Alright. This just taking his checkmate takes away these squares and checks these. So, yeah. Queen takes. This is just checkmate because these block the king in. And I check this row and the king has nowhere... I check this row and the king has nowhere to go. And nothing defends this rook. Okay, well, now it's just checkmate. Speaking of just checkmate, this is just checkmate. Because, again, these 2 pawns are blocked, blocking the king, and this square is blocked by the bishop, so putting the rook back here is checkmate. Lovely, black to move. The king takes away these 2 squares. This square is where the pawn is, so the king is weak on this row, so if I were to check that row with back rank checkmate, I would win. And it just so happens that is back rank checkmate. The queen of the rook created a battery directed right at this pawn, which is undefended outside of the king. So this is checkmate. Same thing. Bishop and queen create a battery, checking here. Moves the king over, and we can do some fun stuff with it. The knight protects this square, which the queen can move to and deliver check. Not checkmate. Not yet, anyway. So, once the queen goes here, the king is forced to the corner because these two squares are taken away. And then the queen up here is checkmate because this is undefended. Takes away both these squares and checks the king. So, mate in 2. Lovely. Right, this rook likes to eye this pawn. This queen likes to eye this pawn. Nothing else likes to eye this pawn, so we'll do queen moves here. Checks the king, takes away this square, so king has to force in the corner. Giving backring issues because these two pawns boxed it in. So we deliver a check here, sacking our queen, so we can move our rook down and checkmate. Simple enough. A lot of yapping, my tongue's getting tied, oh my. Here, this square is taken away by the queen. This square is taken away by the pawn, so the king is weak to back rank. And guess what's not defending the f1 square? That's right. Everything's not defending the f1 square. Alright, you put an attack on our rook. But there's something worth more than rook. The king, and the king's in the center of the board. And when the king's in the center of the board, that means it's in danger. There's a lot of checks. But it's also surrounded by a lot of pieces of our color. So let's see the mating net. Let's see where the king can go. Blocked by the rook. Blocked by the knight. Blocked by the pawn. Blocked by the bishop. Defended by the pawn. This pawn specifically. And blocks its pawn. So basically delivering check to the king here would be checkmate. Bishop to d6. Lovely. Well, this is pretty weak, so this just kind of looks like a free pawn. With an attack on this bishop that's you can't really defend. And you can't move out of the way. So once I do that, you probably move your bishop here to attack my queen. I can't really take, because then you take my rook with your queen. But I can take, because then you do this. But what I can do is take your queen with my rook. You probably take my queen, and then I take back. And that's the game plan. Oh, you're doing that. In which case, I'm just going to take your bishop for free. This is check. You probably take with one of these pieces. It doesn't matter. I take your queen. You take my queen. I take your rook, and I'm up a piece. I'm up a piece. A rook specifically. That's what I meant to say. I'm thinking check, takes, check, take, blocks, whatever takes. Lovely. Oh, you shouldn't have done that. That's super weak. Why is it super weak? Because the king cannot move anywhere, and it's really open. Look, the king can't move here because of, these two pieces being there. Can't move here. And it can't move here or here because the bishop taking away that diagonal. So basically, if I check the king like this, you're going to have to block with something. You'll probably have to move your queen here. Guess what? Undefended, so takes. Probably move your bishop here. Guess what? My bishop defends my queen when I take. So it's mate in 3. This would be check. Force you in the corner, creating back rank problems because of these two pawns being blocked in. Go to the back rank, sacking our queen, just to take yours back and deliver checkmates. A lot of yapping, a lot of correct moves. Black to move. I'm thinking takes. And if you take, I take. That was wrong. Oh my. Oh. I think I take, you take, I take with check, you do something, and I take your bishop. Basically, queen for 3 pieces. Which is definitely valuable. Yeah, we don't have a queen. but you don't have anything. King takes away these 2 squares, so moving this is checkmate. If I were to check here, that would be bad. Right? Or wrong? No, it would be bad. Let's say I check here. Oh, and that's just checkmate. Huh. So going here to check, you have to block with the rook, and then I just take the rook because my rook defends. Simple enough. Lovely. Huh. Well, the king's pretty weak, and it can't escape this way because the bishop blocks these 2 squares, so I'm thinking check, and really, you can only block like this, so I take, and then you're forced either here or here, regardless, checkmates. There we go. Pawn takes away this square, king takes away these 2, which is back rank issues, which is checkmate. Ooh, discover check we see, because if I move that knight anywhere, regardless of where I move it, the queen has an attack. Granted, I can't move it, like, let's say here, because then you take my queen. So that makes me think double check. My double check, the first thing that comes to mind is this. Yes, my knight can be taken. Yes, my queen can be taken. But you can't take them at this moment because your king would be in check at the end of the turn if you did, whether it be by the knight or by the queen. So knight here, these 2 squares are taken away. If you go back here, that's checkmate. So if you go up here, still checkmate, because now these squares are taken away and these 2 are taken by the pawn. And if you go here, me going there takes away, what does it take away? It basically forces you into this corner, which that's checkmate, because it's defended by this knight. That's a lot of colors, but it's pretty simple. There we go. Huh. I could, check, force you there, then take, and that's checkmate. And that seems like the right thing to do. So I'm gonna do it. This just is checkmate. Knight takes away this square, queen takes away these 2, and you can't even block it, so why not? Let it fly. If I go here, can you stop me? And the answer is no. Yeah, what happens if I go there? Because I know it's the right move, but I guess I have to prove it to myself. If you go here, this is checkmate. If you do nothing, this is checkmate. If I go here, you can give me a check. I can either block or run up here. No, not run up there. If I run up there, that's bad because then you could force a trade. So basically, I push up here. You check. I'm going to run to the corner. And you have nothing. Oh, you don't even have that. Smothered mate easily. I just had this pattern recognition. I just pattern recognize this. It's not even... I've never done it in a real game. I've had it done to me in a real game. I'm thinking takes. Either you retreat or you take, and regardless, I take or retreat. It doesn't matter. Point is, you're just a little too slow for me. Yeah, I don't have the right to castle. You don't have the right to, win. Haha, mean words. Alright, so this looks like back rank issues. So I could check here, and that'd be checkmate. So I'll just do that. Alright, where can the king go? Not here, not here. Not here, not here. Again, kings and pawns. And not here. So that's a pretty juicy move because it takes away these squares and checks the king. And you can only block and I'd take a checkmate. So, we're playing it. There we go. If I go here, I'm threatening checkmate on this square. So you'd probably block and I would take. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Because it's defended. Right. Lovely. This is just checkmate. Queen takes away these squares. This square are defended by this pawn. And pushing the pawn up here would take away that square. Okay, simple enough. That forces the king here. And that is checkmate. Because the pawn takes away this square. Rook is here. King takes away this square. This square will be defended by this rook. Came through here. You can't take your own pawn. And here would be defended by this rook. Lovely. Okay, so mate in two. If we check here, it's not a dovetail quite yet. It's closer to dovetail. It forces you back here, close to the dovetail pattern, and then we checkmate. No, we don't. That's daft because the knight would take. Ooh, Oh, then we just deliver checkmate with this piece. You take, and then I deliver checkmate with the queen. There we go. That's perfect. We sack the rook to mate with the queen. Lovely. Black to move. Oh, a little bit of background issues. Force to the corner, and then checkmate. Simple enough. It's similar to what we're doing with... Oh! I didn't see the queen cover that square. And we couldn't go there because the queen would take, and we couldn't take back with our rook, even though it was defended, because that would leave us in check. I just need to look better. That's on me. But juicy move number one here, because this is blocked, and then this would be taken. So crisscross applesauce. That's checkmate. You'd probably have to take, and I'd take with the queen. So yeah, let's just do it. Checkmate. Now, same issue as before. Here, here, not here, because this bishop is right here and defends. But then where? And when? And why? And no. No, that's wrong. This is the winning move. Because nothing defends the square. And you can run back with you, I'd take. You can run back with your queen, I'd take. Block your bishop, I'd still take, because this is what defends that. The rook. Almost rushed into a bad move. Oh, this is mean. I'm thinking, are we doing takes there? No, because then you can do this, and when I take back, you can run. Oh, wait. Now I'm confused. Yeah, now I am confused. Because if I go here, that's check. Oh, that's check. Then force to the corner, and that's checkmate. Okay, no, that's check. Okay. It's the comeback that's a little different. So check, force to the corner. I check, force you back out. I check, force you to the corner again, and then I come back somewhere. Like, let's say here. Yeah, okay, simple enough. All right. I'm sorry, I'm biting a yawn. Now, this move is quite devastating. Because I'm threatening checkmate, so you kind of have to move your king over. But then I check and mate you. So, yeah. Oh. No, it's still checkmate because I take here. This is pinned to the king through the bishop. So you have to block with your queen. But guess what? I take anyway because it's defended by the bishop. I missed that. Alright, I'm just guessing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You obviously have less than 5. Yeah, I think I should start racing. Yeah, you don't just run. Oh, do I want to push? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. But you check me, so I'll run here and then I'll go up. And you just can't get back to me in time. Oh, simple, right? I take here, and if you take back, I take here. You take back, I take here. Ah, that is simple, but I think I'm correct. But I need to look at it just in case. If you take here, okay, let's say that I take there, you take back like that. Then I take here, you take, I take. Ooh, you are threatening this checkmate, aren't you? Ah, whatever, I don't care enough. If I take here and you take here, I guess I could deflect you. No, but that's, I don't know. Oh wait, what am I doing? No, of course this is here. And then I take. Oh my, oh my. Let's see, if I check here, that's my first instinct. Takes away these two squares. And I don't think you can block, because if you block, then I don't know. I'm thinking checks, captures, and attacks. Because my opponent has 2 queens. That's a lot of queens. But this mating net is very small. This square is taken away by my pawn. This square is taken away by your pawn. So you just have these 3. But you also defend with the queen. Alright, so what about this? No, that's daft. Huh. Okay, I do think it's here. I think it's rook to e1. Which, takes away this row. And let's say you go here or here. You have these 2 moves. Well, if you go there, this is checkmate. Because these 2 squares are taken, these 3 would be taken, and so would this one. I'm sorry, I'm very tired right now. So that eliminates this square. Can't go here or here or here. So going into g4. How do I punish that? Probably by bringing the queen back. No. By this. Pawn move. Right? Because look, these 2 squares are taken. Now this is in the way. You can't go here or here. So your only move is here or here. One of these 2. And I think it's pretty tough. You know what? Let's just play it. You're probably going to block with the pawn. That's what I thought. I'm thinking check with the queen down to here. Takes away these two and this one, because that's just how it works. So forces you over. Could I check again? That could force you over again, and then I would deliver checkmate? That seems reasonable. I forgot about that. I'm thinking pawn push right now. I'm brute forcing my way through this. Pawn push seems like the best move, because then it would be discovered check regardless of where you move. Oh. My. I think I have to block. There we go. I guess that was winning. I probably should have put more prep into it. I do have to say, I am quite sleepy right now. I am marginally eepy. Maybe I should... No, I'm not going to end stream too early. But here, checks, captures, and attack. Death, death, death. Death. Not even a check. Death, death. Oh, and of course, death. Right? Yeah. So, I don't have any checks. Any captures that come to mind. Oh, but I do have an attack. Is that stoppable? Is rook to h5 stoppable? How do you defend the square? You don't. And there's no attacks. There we go. Lovely. I'm thinking check. Let's say takes. Check. Takes. Check. I wonder if I can castle. I probably can't. I'd love it if I could. But yeah, we sack. Can I castle? Please let me castle. Please, please, please. No. Dang it. I have to play king to e7. Castling would have been cooler. I'm just saying, castling is the cooler check. Well, it's not even checkmate. Okay, do we keep it simple? I think we do. No, we don't. If we go there, then you just go here, which is a check. And I can take, but it's not worth it. Or is it worth it? No, yeah, no, there has to be a checkmate. I say with no confidence. And it's right here. That's checkmate. Takes away these squares. And the rook is here to take away everything else. Would have been cool if you let me castle, though. I do have to say. Still bummed by that. King is pretty open. Check forces you here. Can't go here because of the queen. Check forces you here or here. And then I could win the queen. So yeah, why not do that? Let's just win the queen. We don't need checkmate. We just need check. There we go. That's winning. Alright, any checks? No. Any captures? No. Any attacks? Well, sorry. There is a check. That is a check. I do have to say. Check. Let's see. You three are taking... You... Okay. I can't imagine going here, because queen check or even pawn check. I do like that queen move, though. So, what about here? I guess infiltrating would be good? I like it, though. Yeah, I like the idea of infiltrating. And then, oh no, my queen is under attack. I think I should check you. Oh, and that forces you to the back rank as well, where I can do some pretty nefarious deeds. I don't have any checkmates, but I think taking here is pretty good. I do think it's pretty good. There we go. Just genius. Interesting. So if I go here, you probably come up here. Whoa, I'm very tired. Oh my. Oh my, oh my. Well, let's say if you don't come... Okay, so what moves can you make if I go there? You can come up, here, here, or here. Those are the 4 moves. Or, you know, block with pawn, but that's daft. That is daft. D-A-F-T. And you have a bit too much ammo for me to deal with right now, so I'm not going to ask. I'm not going to try to put off an attack. It's some forcing sequence of moves, so let's find them. Ow, I banged my heel. Let's find the forcing sequence of moves. Oh my, we were at 43. That's pretty good. A couple of weeks ago, we were like praying to hit 40, and now we're at 43. Again, maybe we can get to 50. Probably not. This might be our last hurrah. Might be our last hurrah. Right, so what are your moves? There, 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 and there. If I go here. Now, let's see this one first. If you go there, I'll check you here and then take. Forcing you onto this row, taking, blah, blah, blah. You get the points. It's not the nicest thing in the world. I don't even know. You know what? We ball. We should not have balled. I got greedy. Okay, I think I'm going to be honest. My body cannot take much more of this. We're going to wind down here. We'll do a little rush, a little gauntlet to see how far we can get, but we're not going to last too long. We're going to have our fun. We're going to calm down, and we're going to write whatever comes to mind here. We're probably going to tone down some things pretty well, but my brain is actually pretty rejuvenated. I do have to say, I'm very able to, how do I say this, respond to everything that comes up, because we're already at 113, and we almost just started resuming this. This is what, new? It is new. Okay, good to know. I'm not perfect at all of these. Some of them are actually fading from memory, which is not a good thing. But we'll get to 150. We'll get to 150. I think that's something I can promise. Or not promise, but something I can do. 150 is a reasonable thing to get to. We're already at 125. I guess if we just buckle down and put our minds to it, fully focus on it, we can improve a lot. This is gay, isn't it? Yes. Okay, who? Right. But yeah, we were making some progress. Oh, that's Pyo. Maybe I jinxed myself. Today. Hiya. And hiya again. Oh my. Day again. Wow. Yo. 35, just 15 more. And just 15 more we shall do. We're gonna punch it out so effortlessly that my weary bones will have the nice little ability, I should say, not aptitude, to rest, because oh my goodness gracious, they're screaming in my ear, hey, go to sleep, you dumb rock man thing. Please slumber, for your body requests it more than anything else in this world. But I do not slumber, for I'm curious and competitive, and I realize I do not psychoanalyze myself at all. Wow. 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 I do not psychoanalyze myself at all. I just like playing video games. I just like playing games. I'm just a bit of a gamer. And that's 150. I almost feel like I scammed you from having a good time, because we've only been here for an hour 40 minutes, which is actually a decent time, but I think, yeah, I need to rest. I'm going to be honest, I changed my schedule a little bit, and I really, really need to rest. My body is very sore. My mind is very sore. My throat is very sore from talking, which I'm surprised about, but I guess I did talk a lot. I've just been yapping this entire stream, which is fun. I do enjoy that. But it was much more, what's the term? Diarrhea of the mouth? What's that saying? I remember when I was in my freshman year in university, I had this, generic class that everyone had to go to. And one of the exercises that my teacher made us do on occasion, which I actually enjoyed this exercise, was just write down whatever comes to mind. Whatever words or phrases or whatever. And I would do that. And it's a pretty good creative brainstorming process. Just get the mind flowing. Why writer's block? Why write writer's block when there's just words that can come out? Words like alphabet, fire, tapir, candle. Oh my goodness gracious. A candle is a group of tapirs, isn't it? I remember that. I love animal group names. I think they're very funny. Like, a parade of elephants, a pride of lions, a school of fish, a murder of crows. I think that's all very interesting. I wonder how some of them get those names. And I probably should look into it, but I'm not going to. Not right now. My body is sore. My mind is sore. My everything is sore. So, for now, I will just say thank you all for watching. It always means a lot to me. Whether you just stop by for the stream, or maybe you want to like, comment, and subscribe. It does mean a lot to me. And, as always, have a day. I hope it's a good one. See ya.